Hi, I want to talk about a Palantir trade that I was looking at yesterday, and I wasn't feeling great, I'll say, mentally. I was quite exhausted, so I decided just to take a step back and not trade. But I still put my levels on the chart and I was watching in real time um, a potential trade setup that I would have taken if I wasn't feeling um, down. It was the 28th of May, and I was looking at Palantir in the pre-market, and I've got my chart up here so you can see. And we have once again have the pre-market level and the prior day level, which were very close together, and I like to trade when these levels are quite close together, sort of like consolidating close in the pre-market and the prior day level. So I was looking at a possible break and retest of that level. Now, I'm not sure if you can see it very well, but this purple line is, I mean, I didn't take the trade, but I was pretending that I was going to take the trade, so I marked out a level with the purple line on the candle that I would have entered. That was kind of me. You could call it cheating, but I was sort of trying to position myself what moment in time during watching it in the live trading would I have taken my entry point. And it was looking good, I would say. It had broke the pre-market, and then this prior day level was starting to become support. Now I have a very strict rule set. If I try to take a entry off prior day high. So if this level breaks, if the candlestick breaks this level, I would immediately take off my position. I would be kind of stopped out essentially to try and keep my account. I would be a lot my position size. Say if it was a loss of around 20% on the position itself. That way, if I keep that sort of, if I manage that risk, then my overall account won't be affected too much, and I'm only losing like 2% of my total account. And usually I can only take like 2 or 3 contracts, or sometimes 1 contract, depending on the size of the contract, because I have around a $5,000 account, which means I can only take like a $500 trade. And looking at my other trades, this is something that keeps happening to me, and it's kind of a little bit frustrating. And what I mean by that is, if you look at this level, this area here, so where this purple line indicates is where I took my entry, and you can see that the level here, it broke up, pushed up, and started to form a candle of this, the Friday high, and I took my entry there. And as soon as I took my entry, it reversed, broke my level, actually kind of broke it very fast, and I immediately would have been stopped out because of that, because of keeping to that rule set. And that's the sort of situation I'm dealing with here, because right after the fact, as soon as it broke the level, obviously I would have sold my options contract here, probably been down 20%. Because it broke my level, I'm trying to stick to that rule set. But as soon as it broke the level, it reversed and pushed right through the level, and actually did exactly what I sort of planned for it to do if I hadn't have got stopped out on this fake out here. So I'm trying to look at a way, well, I'm not sure if there is a way, but sort of how can I mean, you can never time your entry and get it, right all the time. And I'm sort of trying to position myself better sometimes when I'm taking an entry. This trade went exactly how I wanted it to go, but just my entry caught me out. And I kind of thought to myself, well, the thing to do in this situation is to get back into the trade once the level starts to show support again. And I think that once I take a loss, I get a bit demotivated and I get a bit risk off. And sometimes the thought of getting back into a trade just after losing, 2 or 3% of your total account, kind of, maybe that's the mental thing that I'm struggling with. But yeah, I guess the answer to my question is you should just get straight back into the position once it starts to, work. And if I would have done that, then yeah, it would have, it would have gone exactly how I wanted it to. So yeah, I mean, this is just a little bit of a trade recap for myself. It's more like a journal, really. And it was a bit unfortunate that it didn't play out, but there'll always be other opportunities, but I'm just struggling with timing, I guess. Getting stopped out, or unless I look at it, it's just kind of wait for, if there's some movement past the level, wait for a red candle to show and pull back, or wait for a pullback. That's the thing. I think maybe getting into the position when it's just broken the level is the wrong thing to do. Looking for any sort of pullback in that short amount of time frame could be worth it, because this pullback was quickly bought up, but it would have stopped me out. And it moved up, for another 30, 35, 40%. So a little bit unfortunate. I mean, I didn't lose any money because I didn't take the trade, but it's just kind of, I would have lost money if I would have taken this trade. And just trying to work on my entries better and maybe keep my eyes out for a pullback.